So you like what you call super durable companies. Define
Yes.
what you see as super durable.
Well, the value of a financial asset is the present value of the cash it generates over its life. How can you build a DCF model unless you can predict those cash flows? So the business has to endure. And we try to find things we never need to sell, and we try to find businesses that can grow forever. There aren't that many of them, so that's why we own such few companies.
Say you only get one good idea a year.
One or two, if we're lucky, yes, but that's enough.
And find your royalty concept.
So the best business, I believe, is one that doesn't have to invest capital, but earns a perpetuity growth annuity. Right? Asset management's a great business if you can invest the assets well and you can get paid a fee, off a base of assets of other people's money. But there are other businesses that meet that model. So Tim Hortons is a franchise restaurateur. They have a brand, they have a system, and then the franchisees put up the capital, and they get a royalty on every, coffee and donuts that's sold at Tim Hortons. Universal Music is a royalty on people listening to music. Hilton is a royalty on people staying in hotels. They own a brand, other people put up the capital. So most of the companies we invest in can be thought of as annuities or growth royalties, and the key is it's predicting which of these royalties will endure, and that's a more complicated question.
When you think of a company like Uber, you don't think of an annuity, or Amazon an annuity, but
I think Uber is precisely that, right? They don't pay for the cars, and they don't do the driving, right? They have a system, they've got a platform, they've got a user interface, and they aggregate all that demand, and then they get a royalty. Let's call it 20% of the ride in exchange for delivering the demand. That's an amazing business. Again, if you can have confidence that the Uber platform will be the platform a decade from now and 2 decades from now.
So you've made the point, these are things that aren't easy to replicate.
Yes.
No one's going to reinvent Amazon anytime soon.
That's right.
And sometimes you don't buy what cheap. You think it's a good value, but it doesn't look cheap. Chipotle.
Yeah, so Chipotle didn't look cheap. People use kind of a rubric for valuing businesses, right? The PE ratio is kind of a very simple way to think about a business, but a stock can be expensive at 10 times earnings, and it can be cheap at 50 times earnings. What matters is not next year's earnings. What matters is the present value of the cash over the life of the business. At the time we bought Chipotle, they had a food safety crisis. Sales were getting crushed. People thought the company was going out of business, and it didn't look cheap. But if you believed you could change the course of Chipotle's history, fix the food safety issues, it was extremely cheap. And the stock is up, probably 9-fold from the time we bought it.
It's amazing. Chipotle is now going into Mexico. Everyone sort of assumed it was from Mexico, but anyway, about